Hello my dear sewing friends, it's Alisa here, and today we're going to do a very much requested video on a question that I get asked all the time, which is where do you get your fabric? And as you know, nowadays a lot of fabric shopping does happen online, which from one side is quite convenient. You can do it from the comfort of your own home, but on the other side, you don't really know exactly what you're getting because you can't really touch and feel, you can't really determine the drape, and of course, with so many online fabric shops popping up every day, a lot of times we don't really know if we can trust the source or not. So in order to make it real easy and convenient for you, I decided to divide this video in a few different sections, and we're going to start with my tried and true trusted websites and fabric shops where I do shop for fabric on a somewhat regular basis. And I will also show you the garments that I have made from the fabrics purchased from those shops, so that way you have a little bit of a visual idea of, yeah, that one was from there and that one was from there. Perhaps you will recognize a couple of different garments from my previous videos. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, the first place where I will look for fabric before any other website, any other fabric shop, is Fabric Mart. And as always, I will leave all links mentioned today in the description of this video, so that way you can find them easily. And I would say that there are three things that I absolutely love about Fabric Mart. I've been shopping with them for quite a few years now. I love the price. They do have discounts pretty much on a regular basis, and a lot of times they will do them in categories, like all knits are 40% off today, or all silks are 30% off today, or this or that. And if you do sign up for their email notifications, you will be getting those emails pretty much every other day, if not every day. So because I don't want to be tempted, I don't look at those emails that often anymore. I'm trying to work through my stash, but if you are on the lookout for their particular fabric for a good price, this probably would be my first pick. The second thing that I absolutely love about them is their amazing selection, which is truly incredible. They have a wide variety of fabrics, all sorts of different types, basically everything that you would want from a good fabric shop. But all of that does come with a little caveat, and that is because Fabric Mart does specialize in closeout fabric, dead stock a lot of times. So you will be able to find some beautiful designer quality, designer print fabric that you probably wouldn't be able to find in a lot of other different shops. But once it's gone, it's gone. So a lot of these fabrics you might be only able to see once, and that's it. They're gone forever. So that's kind of the downside. I've seen some of the fabrics that they bring back, but some of the fabrics, as I mentioned, once they're gone, they're gone. Perhaps one of the most important things that I really love about them is that their fabric description and photographs are really good. So they do a photograph of up close, a little bit further away, and then they also drape it over like a chair or a stool or something like that, so that way you can see the drape, you can see how the fabric hangs, because obviously it's really hard to determine that when you're looking at flat pictures. So that really helps. Once you get your fabric in the mail, each fabric cut also has a little sticker on it, which identifies what is the item or the fabric, what was the price, the quantity of yards, and even the care instructions. I do wish that in their description they would actually include the weight of the fabric in ounces or grams, because right now they just write, let's say it's lightweight or medium lightweight fabric, but having an actual weight eliminates any of that confusion and really makes that decision process a lot easier. So overall, if you have been watching me for a little bit, let's say a year or two or even more, chances are you've seen plenty of Fabric Mart fabrics, including this one, by the way. We drafted this blouse together, then we did sew this together, and the fabric is from Fabric Mart. And I do order fabric from them for my entire family. Sometimes they have some really fun kids prints. I've ordered fabric for projects for my husband. So it's a great place where to shop. If anybody asks me for suggestions, I always recommend them because they did earn my trust. I've never had any problems with them. Customer service is great. There have been a couple of times when I ordered fabric and the color just wasn't what I was expecting, but it has happened to me with other online fabric shops as well. And it's just one of those things that it's a downside of online fabric shopping, because color does vary from device to device, screen to screen, and sometimes you just don't know. So be prepared for that anytime you shop online, but overall, I really like them. The second online fabric shop that I would suggest, without any doubt in my mind, of course, is Mood. The very first time that I actually shopped at Mood was quite a few years back, and as many of you, I definitely am a huge Project Runway fan, and one of my friends knew that, and she gave me a gift card for Mood. So that's how I happened to purchase my first ever little package of fabric from Mood. And way back then, I wasn't necessarily impressed with their website. Everything just seemed very bleak and just not the greatest, but fast forward, they've done some great job with their website. Sometimes they even have the video of the fabric itself, which is a great help. The description of the fabric, the technical stats are amazing. Plus, they do such a great job with an additional description where one very gifted writer, or maybe a couple of very gifted writers, definitely take you to the next step of imagining this fabric in a jacket or in a skirt. And they even mention if lining would be a great option or perhaps not. And it's just really great, really great. The price point is a little bit higher than what I usually would like to shop at. As you know, I like to stay in single digits per yard. So over there, I often shop either when they have really huge discounts or in their clearance section. Mood is definitely one of those really established shops, and I've never really had any problems with them. There was one time when I ordered a yard of fabric. This was from this order, not this fabric, but from this order, and I ordered a yard, and the yard came as 2 cuts, but they did communicate that to me through email. They did wait for my response, and we resolved that, and there was a little damage to the actual piece of fabric, and they gave me a discount for that. So everything was resolved really quickly, which was really great. I must say that Mood is one of those fabric shops that if you're looking for a very specific fabric with a very specific weight, very specific description, you will probably be able to find that on Mood. Like, for example, I really want to work on a project with double cloth wool, and while I was doing some research and trying to see which fabric shops offer this fabric, I found that a lot of them confuse double faced and double cloth. But on Mood, although the price might be a little bit steeper, in my mind and my heart, I do feel the confidence that they will deliver on the product. So if you're looking for something very specific, I would definitely trust them. You can also order swatches from them, which is another really helpful thing when you're shopping for fabric online. And just like with Fabric Mart, you've seen Mood fabrics in my videos quite often. So let me share with you a couple of projects. This jacket was made from a fabric that I just mentioned that we had a little hiccup with them, so that's what I made out of it. And then I had this incredible silk georgette that I had in my stash for quite some time, and I made this blouse. And also, this shirt was also made from Mood fabrics and many other projects on my channel as well, but these 3 are definitely dear to my heart. Alright, so I do want to give you one very quick tip when it comes to choosing fabric, whether you do that online or you do that in person. A lot of times it can be equally frustrating because fabric can really make or break your project. And I do have this book, which is Fabric Savvy, which I find is a great wealth of knowledge. And it goes over all sorts of different fabrics and explains how to pre-shrink, what is the layout, needle, pressing, top stitching, fabric facts, what kind of seam finishes to use, what it is suitable for. Therefore, it almost acts like a fabric encyclopedia. One thing, of course, is that it doesn't include any fabric swatches, so you can't really touch. So for that, you can't order fabric swatches from an online shop or do that in person. But I find that this is a really great tool. And if you are a member of this channel, we have a full book flip through in our members only mini series for this particular book and many more. So definitely check it out. And this is one of those great resources that will help you out in your future projects. Fabric shop number 3 is LA Finch, which I really enjoy and trust. It is a smaller fabric shop, so the variety isn't maybe as wide as perhaps Fabric Mart or Mood Fabrics, but they also specialize in dead stock, so you can find some gorgeous prints, great deals. They do end of bolt sale, which I really enjoy, and I have found some really interesting fabrics there that I haven't seen anywhere else. If you're looking for some interesting denim or denim offcuts or just in general some interesting fabric, I would definitely check there. She has some beautiful knits, swimwear fabric as well. I do love that once in a while she brings in fabrics like knits, for example, with some wool content in them, which you can't really find that often in other shops, at least not to my knowledge, so that's pretty great. So overall, I would definitely encourage you to check it out. Some interesting deals, and as I said, check out the end of bolt sale. That's my favorite. The last on the list of the tried and true is the fabric store, and I would say it's more like a specialty fabric store because they only deal with cotton and linen, and they are a little bit pricey to my taste, so I only order from them when they send out a special email with a huge discount, and then you usually have to buy sort of in bulk. I believe it starts at like 3 yards up to 15 yards, so I do that once in a while, but of course then you have to commit to that amount of fabric that you're getting. In my case, I love working with linen, dyeing it, stamping it, doing all sorts of interesting things with it. So that's what I do with it. And this time I did order some blue linen, and because they did send out an email for fabric that I've been dying to try, I also got this one. Previously, I've ordered linen from them, and you can see that on my dress warmer there. I did ice dye technique on one of them. Then you've seen me make shirts and pants and whatnot out of it. So the linen there definitely is great, at least in my opinion, but as I said, a little bit on the pricier side. So if you do subscribe to their newsletter, you might get that discount, and then that's when I treat myself to one of their fabrics. Now the next category of fabric shops is where I've ordered only once, and everything was great, but because I haven't ordered from them on a regular basis or multiple times, I can't really vouch for the experience, customer service, quality of the fabric, but I thought maybe I could mention them and see if you recognize them. So the first one was the Purple Seamstress, and I ordered from them just recently, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And the reason for it was because I was looking for a very particular print, two actually. It was for a set of gifts. I needed a print of Ninjago, and then I needed a print of Bluey, and that's where I found them. And I decided, you know what? Sure, let's give this a try. So I made a little set from the Ninjago fabric. Let me show you that. Super cute. Quality is great. This is French terry. And then I also made a set from Bluey fabric. It's exactly the same as you can see. I also ordered 2 extra cuts from their sales section, which I also really like. This one, I'm thinking some cute pajamas for Christmas time. In this order, there was a little hiccup where I ordered 2 yards of fabric, but they only had it in 2 separate cuts of 1 yard each. But they did call me beforehand to ask me if that's okay and to make sure. So that was all resolved without a problem at all. So perhaps this could be a good destination for those specialty prints, and I've checked them out. They have a ton of different ones, so maybe if in future I need like a Disney princess or something else, maybe that would be the place where I would go to look for it. Now I remember some time ago I made a video about 3 different methods of putting pants together, and I made 3 different pants for my little one as an example, and everybody was asking, where did you get that fabric? So that fabric is from Surge Fabric Shop. As I mentioned, I only ordered from them once, but at the time I needed a good assortment of French terries in a variety of different weights and prints and colors, so the order was quite large, and you've seen their fabrics in a variety of my videos. Like for example, this hoodie is made from cotton French terry from their shop. These 3 pairs of pants for my little one. Also, this little jacket, the sleeves and the hood also made from their fabric, and a couple of other ones as well. Next, I have 2 specialty fabric shops that I really like. One is the one that I've been ordering from for a few years. The other one right in front of me, I ordered from just once, but they have a really great reputation, and I'm sure you will recognize them. So let's start with this one since you see it right in front of you, and that is Linton Tweeds. From the name itself, I think it's pretty clear that they specialize in tweeds. So if you are looking for that special fabric for your Chanel jacket or a tweed jacket, this would be the place where to look for it. It's pricey, but it's gorgeous. It's definitely worth it. But I did order 4 different scrap packs because I just wanted to see the variety. And as you know, I do like putting garments together from fabric scraps. So I thought this would be great to sort of play around with that and create a very unique tweed jacket. This was an international order because Linton Tweeds is located in the UK, so just kind of keep that in mind. And one really interesting thing is that they actually pre-shrink all of their tweeds, so once they arrive, you are good to get started on your project. You don't have to do anything else, which is kind of really awesome. Their scrap packs are actually really neatly organized in little rectangles like these ones, and they're also sold by color combination. So I ordered one of blue-green, one black-white, one cream and neutrals, and this one I believe was pink and purple. So sometime in the near future, you will see what I make out of it. So the next shop is Dharma, and I've been ordering from them for a really long time, and usually they are a big go-to if you're looking for fabric dyes, fabric paint, anything in that realm of fabric. And they're also great if you want to buy some blank fabric as well for that particular reason, or for sewing as well. So I love to buy just white silk and then dye it. They also have different types of cottons and linens and blends that you can buy as well. In fact, there's one that I have my eye on. It's on sale. It's actually on clearance. So once it's gone, it's gone. So I've been eyeing it for a while. And I also buy muslin from them as well. Sometimes they do a really big sale. So along with my fabric reactive dyes or anything else that I buy for fabric dyeing, I might also add that to the list. I would say that if you've been thinking about fabric dyeing or at least dipping your toes into that topic, but you haven't yet, definitely try. There's so many fun, interesting things that you can do, gorgeous outcomes, and it's just fascinating how you can take a blank piece of fabric and transform it into something completely different. Now, as you have gathered, we do live in the US, so most of the companies except for, I believe, one, were all US based. But I did want to mention one company that's in Ireland. It's interesting because I don't necessarily buy from them personally, but I do have a dear friend who lives in Ireland, and once in a while she treats me to their fabrics and sends them in a package, and you know who you are, and thank you so much. I truly appreciate and really love these fabrics. They have gorgeous prints. I especially love their French terries, which are just the perfect weight for unlined zipper jackets and hoodies. So if you do live in Ireland or perhaps in other parts of Europe, this could be a really great place to find some gorgeous fabrics for your little ones and yourself. I hope that this list will give you some great information to work with and some good places where to shop for fabric online. And there was a time when I did order fabric mystery boxes. Ooh, what an adventure. So if you want to see that video, click right over here. And until next time, happy, thoughtful sewing. I'll see you very soon. Bye!